The music's loud, the room is full, everyone's having a good time. I came here just to clear my head and leave the week behind. My friends are talking by the bar, someone pulls me to the floor. I smile and move along with them, like I've done this all before. I'm not waiting for you now, I'm just learning how. I'm dancing with an empty heart, trying not to think too hard, moving with the lights and sound, keeping both feet on the ground. Maybe I don't feel brand new, but tonight I'm getting through. I'm dancing with an empty heart, and that's a pretty good start. Your name comes up in conversation, I don't have much to say. It doesn't hurt the way it did, it just feels far away. The song changes, someone laughs, I catch myself laughing too. Maybe life keeps moving on, even when you're not quite ready to. I'm dancing with an empty heart, trying not to think too hard, moving with the lights and sound, keeping both feet on the ground. Maybe I don't feel brand new, but tonight I'm getting through. I'm dancing with an empty heart, and that's a pretty good start. I don't need to find somebody, I don't need to prove I'm fine. I just need a little music and a little bit of time. I'm dancing with an open heart, not as empty as it was, moving with the lights and sound, finally looking up. Maybe I still miss a few things, but I know I'll be alright. I'm dancing with an open heart for the first time tonight. You wanted mornings by the ocean, I wanted streets that never sleep. We talk like we could have both worlds and somehow make them meet. You kept a list of places to go, I kept saying maybe soon. We were looking at the same sky, but reaching for a different moon. Wrong, we just kept moving on. There's a distance between our dreams, more than miles, more than it seems. You were heading one way, I was finding my own. We tried to meet in the middle, but the middle kept moving. There's a distance between our dreams, and maybe that's all it means. We still talk every few months, ask about work and old friends. There's no reason to be angry, some stories simply end. I hope you found that little house with sunlight through the door. I'm still chasing crowded evenings, and I don't regret it anymore. There's a distance distance between our dreams, more than miles, more than it seems. You were heading one way, I was finding my own. We tried to meet in the middle, but the middle kept moving. There's a distance between our dreams, and maybe that's all it means. Maybe love can still be real even when it can't stay. Sometimes letting someone go is the kindest choice to make. There's a distance between our dreams, but I'm thankful for what we've seen. You found the life you wanted, I'm building one of my own. We don't have to meet in the middle, we can wish each other well. There's a distance between our dreams, and I think we'll both be fine. Call me when the day went wrong, I stay up just to hear you talk. You told me all about your plans, I never said where I would stand. I knew the way you took your coffee, the songs you played when you couldn't sleep. You knew almost everything about me, just not the part I couldn't speak. Maybe I waited too long, maybe the moment moved on. I loved you in silence, kept it out of sight, hoping you would notice without me saying why. I was there beside you, but never crossed the line. I loved you in silence, and you never knew you were mine. Then one day you said you met someone, you smiled in a different way. I told you I was happy for you, and tried to mean what I would say. Nothing really changed between us, we still talked like we always did. But I started leaving conversations before my feelings showed a bit. I loved you in silence, kept it out of sight, hoping you would notice without me saying why. I was there beside you, but never crossed the line. I loved you in silence, and you never knew you were mine. I don't blame you for not seeing what I never let you see. Sometimes feelings stay unspoken, and that's nobody's fault but me. I loved you in silence, now I'm letting it go. Some things don't need an ending, or words you need to know. I'll keep the good between us and leave the rest behind. I loved you in silence for a little while in time. The street is quiet after 10. I hear the same old cars again. Your favorite song is playing low, the one you used to sing off key. I tell myself I'm doing fine. I've said it now 100 times, but every shadow passing by still makes me look outside. I know you said you needed time, I just didn't know how much. I'm still waiting by the window, though I know you may not come. Watching every light grow dimmer till the morning meets the sun. I'm not asking for forever or the words we used to know. I just wonder if you miss me while I'm waiting by the window. Your old jacket's in the chair. I should move it, but it stays there. Not because I can't let go, it just feels too soon to change. Maybe love can lose its way without anyone to blame. Maybe people need some distance to remember what remains. I'm still waiting by the window, though I know you may not come. Watching every light grow dimmer till the morning meets the sun. I'm not asking for forever or the words we used to know. I just wonder if you miss me while I'm waiting by the window. And maybe tomorrow I'll finally close the blinds, but tonight I'll leave them open just one more time. I'm still waiting by the window, but the sky is turning blue, and I'm learning that the morning doesn't have to bring back you. I'm not waiting here forever, I'm just taking my time slow. Maybe someday I'll stop looking from this window toward the road. The street is quiet after 10, and I'm okay with that again. I heard our song in a coffee shop. I almost laughed at the timing. It used to stop me in my tracks. Now it's just playing behind me. I thought about the way you'd sing, always a little out of tune. Then someone called my name, and just like that, the moment moved. I'm not trying to forget, I just don't live there anymore. When your memory calls, I let it ring for a while. Sometimes I pick it up, sometimes I just smile. It doesn't hurt like it did, it doesn't keep me awake. When your memory calls, I know it'll fade. I still know the road to your old place, though I don't go that way. And there's a photo in my phone I never thought to erase. Not everything needs an ending, with a reason we both understand. Some people stay in your life and some just leave a mark. When your memory calls, I let it ring for a while. Sometimes I pick it up, sometimes I just smile. It doesn't hurt like it did, it had some good years together. That's enough somehow. When your memory calls, I don't ask it to stay. I let it come and go, like the end of a day. I don't need you back, I don't need to pretend. When your memory calls, it's just an old friend. Then the song changes and I carry on. We packed your things on a Sunday, didn't say much at all. You left your keys on the table and took the picture from the wall. We both knew it was coming, we just didn't know when. Funny how something can be over before it really ends. There was no reason to fight, we just ran out of time. You were my favorite goodbye, the one I still remember right. No slam doors, no angry words, just two people letting go. You were the hardest to leave, but you were good to me. I wouldn't change the way we tried. You were my favorite goodbye. I saw you once at the market. You smiled in the market. You smiled in the market. You smiled and asked how I'd been. We talked about work and the weather, like we were old friends again. I didn't feel any heartbreak, just a little bit strange to stand beside someone I once knew and see how much it changed. I'm glad we didn't pretend we could start it again. You were my favorite goodbye, the one I still remember right. No slam doors, no angry words, just two people letting go. You were the hardest to leave, but you were good to me. I wouldn't change the way we tried. You were my favorite goodbye. Some endings leave you bitter, some make you understand. We weren't meant to last forever, but we did the best we can. You were my favorite goodbye, a good chapter in my life. I don't need to bring it back, I'm just glad we had the time. You were the hardest to leave, but you were good to me. I wouldn't change the way we tried. You were my favorite goodbye. You stood there with your jacket on, key shaking in your hand. You said I never meant to hurt you. I said I understand. The hallway light was fading, the room was getting cold. I knew before you closed the door there was nothing left to hold. I wanted to ask you to stay, but some words come too late. On the night you let me go, I watched the headlights disappear. I thought my heart would follow you, but somehow I stayed here. There was no thunder, there was no rain, just a quiet kind of pain. I learned that endings don't always show. On the night you let me go, for weeks I kept your number, though I knew I wouldn't call. I moved your pictures from the shelf, but left one in the hall. Now mornings feel much lighter, and I sleep better alone. I'm slowly finding pieces of the person I once knew. On the night you let me go, I watched the headlights disappear. I thought my heart would follow you, but somehow I stayed here. There was no thunder, there was no rain, just a quiet kind of pain. I learned that endings don't always show. On the night you let me go, maybe losing you was what I needed to find my way back home. On the night you let me go, I thought I'd never be the same, but time can turn an empty room into a brighter place. There was no anger left to hold, just a story growing old. I found strength I didn't know. On the night you let me go. Yeah. You called me up past midnight, said you've been thinking things through. You missed the way I listened, you missed the way I knew you. For a moment I believed it like I used to every time, but I've spent too many evenings trying to leave you behind. I don't blame you for coming back, but I can't go back to that. You're a little too late to love me, just know some doors are meant to close. You're a little too late to love me, a little too late to change. I waited through all your silence to wait and felt like a waste. Now you're saying all the right words, but they don't sound the same. You're a little too late to love me, and I'm finally okay. Maybe in another lifetime we would've learned to get it right. But I won't trade the peace I found for another lonely night. You're a little too late to love me, but I hope you find your way. I'm not holding on to anger, I just chose myself today. You're saying all the right words, and I know you mean them now. You're a little too late to love me, but I'm glad you said them somehow. We used to talk about nothing and somehow lose track of time. You knew which stories I'd repeat, I knew when you weren't fine. There was a seat beside me, you never had to ask. It's strange how something so familiar can disappear that fast. I don't know where it changed. Maybe little by little, day by day, before we became strangers. You were the first one I would call before the quiet took over. You knew me better than them all. Now we pass like we were never part of each other's lives. I still remember who we were before we said goodbye. I saw you standing downtown, talking with someone new. I thought about walking over, but didn't know what I'd say to you. So I kept moving forward, and you never looked my way. Maybe that was for the better. Maybe there was nothing left to say before we became strangers. You were the first one I would call before the quiet took over. You knew me better than them all. Now we pass like we were never part of each other's lives. I still remember who we were before we said goodbye. I don't need to bring it back, I just hope you're doing well. Some people leave without a fight and still leave something you can't tell. Before we became strangers, we had a good thing for a while. I won't pretend it meant nothing. Just because we lost the time, now we're living separate stories, and maybe that's alright. I'll remember who we were before we said goodbye. I found an old receipt today from that place across the town. We used to sit there after work and let the evening slow us down. I could almost hear you laughing at something I forgot. It's strange how little moments stay when bigger ones do not. I don't miss it like like I used to, but I still think about it now. Somewhere between then and now we became different. Somehow you took your road, I took mine, and we left a little life behind. I don't need to turn around, I'm okay with where I am now. But part of me still wonders how we got from there to here somehow. I heard you moved to another city and found a place near the train. I hope the windows catch the sunlight and you finally like the rain. I'm doing well, in case you wonder. Life feels simple these days. I've learned that moving forward doesn't mean forgetting everything. Somewhere between then and now we became different. Somehow you took your road, I took mine, and we left a little life behind. I don't need to turn around, I'm okay with where I am now. But part of me still wonders how we got from there to here somehow. Maybe nothing really happened, maybe time just changed the view. Still I'm glad for where I'm going and for where I went with you. Somewhere between then and now I stopped trying to work it out. You found your way, I found mine, and I think we both turned out alright. I don't need to turn around, I'm happy with the life I found. Somewhere between then and now I finally learned to let it go. There's a book beside the window with your notes still on the page, and a list of places we said we would visit someday. We left a box in the hallway, half packed and full of plans. Funny how we kept saying later, like later was in our hands. We didn't lose it all at once, we just stopped picking things back up. Here's to the things we never finished, the words we meant to say, the drives we kept on planning but never found the day. I don't need to go back or make it all make sense. I just think about the things we never finished. I finally fixed the kitchen light, the one you always mentioned, and I found that little cafe we kept missing by a minute. Life moved on without asking, and I learned to move along. Some plans don't need an ending to prove they weren't all wrong. Here's to the things we never finished, the words we meant to say, the drives we kept on planning but never found the day. I don't need to go back or make it all make sense. I just think about the things we never finished. Maybe some things stay unfinished because they've done enough. They remind us who we were without asking us to return. Here's to the things we never finished. I hope you remember to not with regret or sadness, just as something good we knew.